Hi everyone. I'm making King Ranch chicken. Right in here I have a little bit more of a white onion. I've got about 2 jalapenos in here and 1 whole bell pepper, 2 huge cloves of garlic, olive oil. I'm sauteing, and now I'm going to add some tomatoes. I did not want, you know what, here. Sorry. I didn't want, the recipe for King Ranch chicken calls for you to use Rotel. The thing is, I don't like Rotel. I mean, I like it when it's in a dip. You know that dip that we all make Super Bowl Sunday, or when you're watching a football game? I like it like that, but I just don't like it in this preparation. So I decided, you can do it. I'm not. I'm just, yeah. Okay. You can do it that way. I just choose not to. So all you would be doing right now is adding your Rotel, getting it heated through. That was salt and pepper. Now I'm going to add chili powder. That's going to help with the color, and it's also going to give it some flavor. And now to really make it taste Mexican-y, a couple of shakes, I'm not going to measure, this is your call, of cumin. And if I had to measure that, I would say that's about a teaspoon, maybe more. And I'm going to taste all this after I mix it up. I'm going to taste it, see how it goes. Right over here, let's see if I can move this. I simmered some chicken breasts without the bone, and it's nice and moist. It's keeping moist. I took it apart into pieces. I'm reserving the broth because I'm going to use that to mix into the soup. This is one of those casserole dishes that calls for canned soup. I happen to have a can of mushrooms, so I'm just going to throw that in. I'm changing up the recipe. I'm using cream of mushroom soup, and instead of cream of chicken, I'm going to use cream of poblano. What the heck? I'm going to add a little bit of Knorr bouillon, chicken bouillon. I'm going to add some onion powder, garlic, even though I have fresh garlic in there. I've got, well, I already added the chili powder and cumin. Anyway, let me get this mixed up. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the poblano soup. This is the cream of mushroom soup. Here are the mushrooms. This is what the tomato mixture looks like, which is basically an a la mexicana, which is onions, jalapeno, tomatoes. It's just the added bell pepper. So basically what it is. And then you saw the spices I threw in. I'm now going to cream this together. Some people prepare the soups one at a time, so each layer will have like cream of chicken. The next layer is chicken mushroom soup, rather. Not chicken, mushroom soup. You know what I mean? They layer the soups. But why? If you look at a lot of the recipes, they ask you to just mix them up, and that makes sense. So I'm mixing mine up. I'm gonna make a small pan because not everybody is into the heat, and it's not a lot of heat, and you can control the heat. You didn't have to add jalapenos. You can make it as mild or as exciting as you want. So because I didn't use cream of chicken, it's going to be missing, that flavor. So I'm going to add, let's say, that much of the Knorr bouillon. And I'll mix that up. And I'm tempted to add the chicken that I have here. I'm tempted to add the chicken into here and then just do layers. No, I better not. I'll be back. Okay. I shredded some sharp cheddar cheese. I have packaged tortillas. There's my chicken and there's my soup mixture. This is not the place for fresh tortillas because I don't think they'll hold up. I tried it once and it disintegrated too much, if that makes sense. So, I mean, look, these are pliable, which is good. You can chop these up into pieces, or you can lay it whole like that. I'm going to chop it up into pieces. Let me just do one layer and then you get the idea. So, chop. I should have done this beforehand, but I didn't decide to layer it till the last minute. I was going to do them whole. Make sure that the bottom of the pan is completely covered. By the way, I sprayed the bottom of the pan with some no-stick cooking spray. King Ranch chicken, they say, there's a lot of stories. So, by the way, this chicken is so juicy. King Ranch chicken, they say, is a meal that they would feed the ranchers at King Ranch and here in Texas. So there's a lot of different stories. I heard some guy say on a podcast or something, it was a ranch owned by Don King, and so they called it King Ranch chicken. It's not true. I choose to believe that it is something that they gave the cowboys out at King Ranch. Not King's Ranch, it's King Ranch. That bothers me when I hear people say King's Ranch. It's King Ranch. That's like people that say Raymondsville. It's not Raymondsville. It's Raymondville. Okay, so there you go. Chicken down first, soup, then cheese. Don't do too much cheese because it'll get too oily on you. All right, I'm going to build some more layers. Okay, there it is. All my layers are complete. I'm going to stick this into a 350-degree oven until it starts to bubble. And maybe I get a few brown edges, not too many because I don't like that. If I were you, I would line your pan with some foil because it will definitely bubble out. Into that soup mixture, I should say that I ended up adding one more rounded tablespoon of the Knorr chicken bouillon, and I added onion powder and garlic powder. You season it to taste. You do what you had to do. I felt like that's what I had to do. I'm going to stick this in the oven, and I'll be back. Okay, it's out of the oven. It went into a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Don't cut into it yet. You have to let it set for about minimum 20 minutes, just like any casserole. You can't cut into it right away. Like lasagna, you take your lasagna out of the oven and you should not cut into it immediately because all of those layers are gonna, slip and slide everywhere. Let's see. That looks good. I should mention that the chicken breast that I simmered, I seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and that's what gave it all the flavor. And I did like a slow poach on that, and that's why it was so juicy. You can buy rotisserie chicken. You don't have to do that. If you're trying to save steps, boy, that would be a big time saver using rotisserie chicken. All right, I'll have Shorty taste this. Okay, Travis served himself and ate in a hurry.
It was that good.
Oh, it was that good. He topped it with cotija cheese and cilantro. You can top it with whatever you want.
A little bit of love.
Shorty, how was yours?
This vomit tastes good.
What did he say?
This vomit tastes good.
This vomit tastes good. What an idiot.